Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, but before we continue, please hit the like and subscribe button and make sure you click the notification bell. If you have done that already, now hear this. That was very thoughtful of you, because you will never miss any of our latest videos. In today's video we will be talking about the top 10 richest inventors in history. In today's world, so much of what we know to be innovative and original is digitized. Because of this, it is hard to see concrete evidence of truly innovative, novel inventions that are not tied to the rapidly evolving technology giants of the world. The likes of Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. Nevertheless, while this holds true for many great inventions, other inventions create a need for us. Some of the greatest inventions have caused the very society we live in to evolve, actually altering the course of history. A need we didn't even know we had. In today's video, we shall take a look at the 10 richest inventors in history. Number 10. Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was born on February 11, 1847. The American inventor was best known as the inventor of the electric light bulb, as well as electrical power. Some of his other inventions include the phonograph, battery for electric car and motion picture camera. Although, further research conducted reveals that he did not truly invent the light bulb. The inventor, popularly referred to as the Wizard of Menlo Park, he developed an incandescent, electric light by improving on a 50-year-old idea. Thomas Edison described being an inventor in one of the most eloquent, simple ways. He said, "To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk." Following his own advice, he made millions and soon became one of the most influential inventors the world has ever known. He used his imagination to transform piles of junk into businesses and into products that had no precedent. The million-dollar question is, what is the net worth of Thomas Edison? At the time of his death, Thomas Edison had a net worth of $12 million, which is equal to a modern equivalent of $170 million after adjusting for inflation. Number 9. Alfred Nobel. Today, everybody knows about the famous Nobel Prize. It is the most coveted distinction in science, literature, and politics. People tend to forget how these prizes came about and who discovered it. Alfred Nobel, he was born in 1833 and died in 1896. Alfred was a Swedish chemist and entrepreneur. He made a fortune after inventing dynamite. Fearing he would be remembered as the merchant of death for creating such a destructive substance, Nobel stipulated in his will that most of his fortune will be used to establish the Nobel Prizes in chemistry, physics, medicine, and literature. Nowadays, the name Nobel is associated with some of the people who have made the greatest contribution to humanity. Alfred Nobel, estimated net worth today, $300 million. Number 8. Mario Moretti. Everyone hates smelling feet. This was what inspired Mario Moretti. Yes, Mario also hates smelly feet. But, can you blame him? He was so repulsed by smelly feet that he set out to solve this stinky problem. His invention, shoes with holes in the soles, allow the shoe to breathe and release sweat. This in turn helps the shoe to eliminate stinky feet. According to further research, Moretti tried to sell this idea to Nike, but they didn't think it was such a great idea. But as a true inventor, Moretti never allowed that to discourage him. He continued to push on with his idea. He established his own brand, Geox, which is now publicly traded. Geox became such a popular brand that features great men including politicians patronizing his beautiful invention. Mario later became the CEO and founder of Geox in 1995. The company went public in 2004. The 62-year-old Italian businessman and entrepreneur command a total net worth of $2.2 billion, thanks to his company, Geox. The story of Mario teaches us one thing: never give up on your dreams. Number 7. Bradley Hughes. The American entrepreneur is the founder and chairman of Public Storage. Initially called Private Storage, the company is now the largest self-storage company in the U.S. This was a good example of invention, being born out of necessity. According to the American inventor and entrepreneur, Bradley was on a road trip. He stopped at a warehouse but discovered there was no space. That was what inspired his light bulb idea for public storage, a storage unit easily accessible from the highway. However, in the beginning he called it private storage. It wasn't long until he realized that the name was actually deterring customers, as they thought it was private and closed to the public. He remedied that, and soon after they were coming in droves. Public Storage is now America's largest self-storage company. Public storage can be found in more than 2,200 locations in the US and Europe. Bradley Hughes' total net worth was $2.5 billion. Number 6. James Dyson. British inventor James Dyson, born 1947, is a man who literally made a fortune from dirt. Like other great thinkers before him, he created his best product because he was dissatisfied with something that was already on the market. Frustrated with his Hoover Jr., which performed poorly after dust kept clogging the dust bag, he invented his own vacuum cleaner which used a method called cyclonic separation, preventing the loss of suction as it picked up dirt. Although, there was minor setbacks, but the product became hugely successful in the UK and Europe. Since then Dyson's company has released many more innovative designs, including the award-winning Dyson Airblade electronic hand dryer and a bladeless fan called Dyson Cool. James Dyson, estimated net worth today is $3 billion. Number 5, Samuel Colt. In the second half of the 19th century, a time when people started exploiting new technologies and manufacturing methods, and the first time, the assembly line was being used to mass-produce various items, which allowed creative industrialists to amass huge fortunes, once they create a great product that was in high demand. Such was the case of American inventor Samuel Colt. He was born in 1814, he died in 1862. He was the first person to develop a revolver which could be successfully mass-produced. Not only that, he also used innovative, for those times, marketing strategies, and promoted his products in the US as well as Europe. Samuel Colt, estimated net worth today is $3.5 billion. Number 4. Ralph Lauren. Some people would say the simplicity of his idea is infuriating and almost impossible to believe. He started out very small, launching Polo with only $50,000 in 1967. In 1994 he sold 28% of his business to Goldman Sachs for $138 million. Perhaps something about the simplicity and understated class of Lauren's design successfully captured the public imagination at the right time. But whatever the secret to his success, today this man is known for his classic designs of anything from men's clothing to women's clothing. Some of his inventions also include luggage furniture and fragrances. Ralph Lauren, estimated net worth today is $7.5 billion. Number 3. Benjamin Franklin. The founding fathers of United States were all very well-educated men, while some were quite wealthy as well. But Benjamin Franklin was much more than that. A great statesman, diplomat, writer, and scientist, inventor, and politician. He was born in 1706, he died in 1790. He was a true polymath, with interests ranging from literature to philosophy, but especially science. He studied electricity. The kite in the lightning storm experiment is particularly famous. He also studied meteorology, demography, and various other subjects related to physics. Franklin is also credited with numerous inventions, including the lightning rod, bifocals, and the Franklin stove. Benjamin Franklin, estimated net worth today is $10 billion. Number 2. Michelle Ferrero. If this isn't telling about our values as a society, then nothing is. But this is one we can be proud of. The magic of chocolate has never been more clearly defined than in the net worth of Michelle Ferrero. Although, Ferrero has many brands, including Ferrero Rocher, Tic Tac, and Kinder Chocolate, among the most notable and iconic of his inventions is the Nutella brand. You can imagine the number of people that wanted chocolate for breakfast? Ferrero recognized a niche for spreadable chocolate, and the addition of hazelnut proved to a perfect mix. When you reach for your toast and chocolate spread in the morning, Thank Ferrero for making it possible. Although, given his net worth, he put more effort to success of his brand globally. Michel Ferrero, estimated net worth today is $20.4 billion. Number 1. Henry Ford. He was one of the greatest entrepreneurs of all time. Henry Ford was born in 1863, he died in 1947. The founder of the eponymous carmaker was so influential in the manufacturing industry. The term Fordism was given to the system, in which workers are paid high wages and goods are mass-produced in a standardized process. This method of doing business proved to be hugely profitable, and Ford became one of the richest men of his time. Born and raised on a Michigan farm, Ford was always interested in science and technology and personally held 161 U.S. patents. He worked as an engineer in one of Thomas Edison's companies. He later started his own company known as Ford Motors. Henry Ford, estimated net worth today is worth more than $200 billion. We have come to the end of today's video. If you enjoy this video, hit the like and subscribe button and do not forget to click the notification bell, so that when we post new videos, you will be the first to be notified. See you on our next video.